What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Today we're gonna take on the Team Rocket leader, Giovanni. That's right, let's claim our XP. If you still have not reached level 40 yet, please put on a lucky egg prior to claiming your XP. But if you're level 40 like me, no reason to do so until they raise the level cap. So let's go ahead and claim our XP here. As you can see, the reward for completing step 4 out of 6 is going to give you 2,000 Stardust, the Super Rocket Radar, and 3 Golden Raspberries. The Super Rocket Radar is the radar that's going to help us locate Giovanni today. So, I noticed that there were some people with some questions about these radars. Just know that the other radar, the Team Leader radar, that's only going to show you the Team Go Rocket leaders. The one radar, the Super Go Rocket radar that's black on the outside, that's only going to show you the location of Giovanni. So be aware of that when you guys are using the radars. So now that we are finally on step 5 out of 6, you can see we have to find the Team Go Rocket boss, battle the Team Go Rocket boss, and defeat the Team Go Rocket boss. So we're going to try to find Giovanni right now. So what we're going to do is go back to your main page. We're going to equip the Super Rocket Radar, equip. And then, now that we have the Super Rocket Radar in the upper right hand corner, let's click on it. And from here, we're going to search to see if Giovanni is around us. So, it looks like he's actually just around the corner. So let's go over there now. Alright, we got to this Giovanni. Now remember that Giovanni could be a decoy. Remember that some grunts could be dressed up like Giovanni to deter you from finding him. So first, I want to do a Soul Rock shiny check. Not shiny. Now that we know that that's not shiny, let's see if this is in fact real Giovanni. So let's spin the Baja Fountain, and it looks like it's a Team Go Rocket grunt. So she was disguised as Giovanni. Now, pro tip, you do not have to defeat these Team Go Rocket grunts. It's not going to help you towards your quest to defeat Giovanni. So now that we know that she's a decoy, we're going to go ahead and leave that, hit the X, and oh, hatch an egg suddenly. But after we hatch this egg, we're going to use our Super Rocket Radar to see if the actual Giovanni is located somewhere nearby. That looks like all of my eggs, so let's click on our Super Rocket Radar, and you guys can see it looks like there is no Giovanni around me. So if there's no Giovanni around you in your area, that's when you really have to just start thinking. So far in all of my special research finding Giovanni with Articuno and Zapdos, it seems like Giovanni loves areas that have high foot traffic. Somewhere like a city hall, somewhere like a mural that attracts a lot of attention. The first time I found Giovanni was at City Hall. The second time I found him was at a mural that was an extremely popular high foot traffic mural. So I think I'm going to head towards the center of downtown Las Vegas, and let's see if we can find Giovanni downtown. Finally, we have made it to downtown Las Vegas. I was correct in coming here because there's very high density Pokestops that are very attractive to people from all over the place. So if you're struggling on finding Giovanni, make sure you come to a place that has high traffic with high density Pokestops that a lot of people can spin, because that's usually where they're putting Giovanni. On my way downtown, I found 3 possible Giovannis, and they were all decoy grunts. Why? Because they were just at random Pokestops that nobody visits. They're just like terrible Pokestops out in the middle of nowhere. Don't trust those Pokestops. Those are going to be decoys. Come to a place that you know is high traffic and high density. So, I was correct. Of course, we are in downtown Las Vegas, so people are annoying and screaming. But here is the lineup that you can expect Giovanni to have when you're fighting against him for Moltres. You can see that it's going to start out with Persian. You can use your Lucario, Hariyama, or Machamp to take down Persian. For number 2, he could have Cloyster, Kangaskhan, or Garchomp. Now, you can look at Cloyster and Kangaskhan and see that both of them are weak to fighting types. So if you have your Lucario, Machamp, or Hariyama still available to you, that's going to be a great second choice for you. As for Garchomp, you're going to have to be a little bit trickier with Ice, Dragon, and Fairy type Pokemon. And then finally, at Moltres at the end, he's weak to Rock, Lightning, and Water type Pokemon. I said Lightning, but I meant Thunder type Pokemon. However, if you have a Smackdown Tyranitar, that is going to be the best Pokemon that you could use against this Moltres, because that Smackdown is going to really come in clutch and knock Moltres out of the sky. So without further ado, let's jump into the battle. Once again, here's what Giovanni looks like on the map. It does look like a real Giovanni. Of course, if you have a Team Go Rocket grunt dressed up as a decoy, you're going to see the grunt after you hit the X at the bottom. Otherwise, if it's the real Giovanni, you're going to see him on the screen right here outside of the Pokestop. So let's go ahead and battle him. Yes, we're going to use our Super Rocket Radar, and start setting up our team. So I've decided to point my camera downwards so that way you guys can see my hands. So if you're new at battling Giovanni and you're not quite sure how quickly you need to move your hands, take a look at my hand movements while we're doing this battle. So because this is the first time I'm encountering Giovanni, I don't know what Pokemon he's going to have in the middle. So the best team that I could come up with, since I don't know what he has in the middle, is Lucario, Machamp, and Smackdown Tyranitar. If I had 2 completely powered up Lucarios, I would be using 2 powered up Lucarios, but I only have 1, so I'm going in with the Machamp. Let's see how they do. Let's begin the battle. This is pretty exciting. I am really loving these Giovanni battles. It's really putting my skills to the test. So let me know what you guys think about Giovanni battles in the comment section below. Also, please be sure to smash the like button if you can. Please do so. Also, remember that Giovanni is always going to block your first 2 charge attacks. He's always going to shield those first 2, so it doesn't really matter. But you want to get the charge attacks off as soon as possible because you don't want him to have shields on any other Pokemon other than Persian. Persian's the only one that you can afford to have shields against because Persian is the weakest out of the 3. So with this second charge move, we're going to have both shields down, so we're good to go to finish off Persian. You can see that Lucario is just a beast, and the reason, once again, why I pick Lucario rather than Machamp or Hariyama is because Power Up Punch just powers up so quickly. It's amazing and it's really strong, and obviously Lucario gets that attack boost every time that he successfully pulls off a power-up punch. So it does a little bit more attack damage every time. Now, we got Cloyster, which is good news because we picked Machamp. Remember that fighting type Pokemon are super effective against ice types. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch through this Cloyster, and we're gonna, oh, wow, Machamp actually fainted, which is another reason why you want that Lucario, because Lucario is going to do some serious damage and you can power up punch even faster. It's the same reason as why we used it for Persian. Good thing I had both my shields because I really need to block this Tyranitar. So finally we're going to see Shadow Moltres. I'm really excited about this, especially because I'm able to gain energy and hopefully we can get this Smackdown and Stone Edge powered up. I'm going to not use Crunch. I'm going to wait to use Stone Edge because we don't have time to use 2 crunches. So I'm going to try to get Excellent. There we go. Excellent on the Stone Edge. Super effective. And there it is. The Moltres battle against Giovanni. Let's finally see what the rewards are. And you can see that I've not only located the Team Go Rocket boss, but I've battled the Team Go Rocket boss and defeated the Team Go Rocket boss. So we are completing our special research. You win. I'm so excited. 5,000 Stardust. Make sure you have a star piece on if you need Stardust, or, you know, just have a star piece on. It's a good idea. Charge TM, Fast TM, some rare candies, max revives, max potions so I can heal up everything that just fainted. And finally, let's see if I get a good IV Shadow Moltres. Of course, Shadow Moltres, Shadow Articuno, and Shadow Zapdos cannot be shiny right now. Oh, I should have pineapped that. Use a pineapple berry because you want to get those extra candies. So let's see if I can capture it on the first ball. I should have just used a pineapple berry. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I used a regular raspberry. Anyway, but I caught it. So remember to use a pineapple so you get those extra candies for your legendary Pokemon. Let's see how good it is. 1236 CP, and it's not bad. PvP stats under 1500, pretty good for Great League. Could you imagine using a Shadow legendary Pokemon in a Great League battle? That would be the ultimate flex. And here's the cool part of the Shadow Pokemon is that they have that Frustration charge move. Only Shadow Pokemon have this Frustration move, so it's pretty cool. Definitely something you want to keep in mind for PvP. Don't purify these Pokemon. You're going to need them whenever the Great League Go Battle League comes out. So, pretty amazing. Let's also finish up our special research. Don't forget that at the end of the special research, you have to continue claiming all your rewards. So, I would put a star piece on, okay? Claim that Stardust. Put a lucky egg on if you're not level 40 yet. And you can gain these silver pineapple berries, which leads us to 3,000 Stardust, another charge TM, and another fast TM. So we're just claiming all kinds of rewards. Click through whatever the heck Professor Willow says. And then finally, if you have your lucky egg on, you can claim all of this XP in step 6 out of 6 for the takedown continues. And last but not least, get your 3 max revives, 20 ultra balls, and 3 rare candy. Not bad, everybody. Professor Willow says, you've shown what it takes to be a true trainer. Your battle with Giovanni wasn't easy, but the skills you've learned through practice and patience have paid off. So some other tips that I want to tell you guys is that you really want to make sure that you power up your Pokemon, okay? fully max out, invest the Stardust, invest the candy in powering up those Pokemon that you need to use against Giovanni, okay? I saw some kids the other day trying to take down Team Go Rocket team leaders and Giovanni with no powered up Pokemon. Guys, invest the Stardust, invest the candy with good IV Pokemon. Those are the ones that you really want, okay? I just really quickly want to show you guys the Pokemon that I used to defeat Giovanni. You can see that this Lucario is CP 2621. It's fully powered up, and I've invested in that extra charge move, so I know it's Counter, Shadow Ball, and Power Up Punch. This Lucario I have used against Arlo, Cliff, Sierra, and Giovanni. So you really, really, really need to invest all your candy in Lucario if you don't have one already that's fully powered up, because you're going to keep using him whenever Giovanni comes back out in the later months. Alright fam, don't have those counters that I used? No problem. Take a look at the best counters recommended by Pokemon Go Hub. In the first slot they have Lucario, so that's the same one that I used, but in the second slot they used Poliwrath that had Mud Shot, Dynamic Punch, and Power Up Punch. And the third Pokemon that they used is Dragonite with Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, and Draco Meteor. Lucario is going to cover that Persian. I showed you guys how to use that. And it can also work on Cloyster. Poliwrath is going to cover Persian as well, and Cloyster. Poliwrath is good at burning shields. Dragonite covers Garchomp and Kangaskhan. And Tyranitar is going to cover your Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos with Stone Edge. I showed you guys how to use that Tyranitar too. Lucario, Poliwrath, and Dragonite are Pokemon Go Hub's recommended 3 counters. However, if you don't have those, you could use Lucario, Machamp, Blaziken, and Poliwrath to knock out that Persian. Now, if you're fighting Cloyster, you're going to need either Lucario, Poliwrath, Machamp, or Blaziken. And you can look on the screen to see what moves they have. And if you want a link to this article, I'll leave that linked in the descriptions box. Now, up against Kangaskhan, you should be using Dragonite, Poliwrath, or Machamp. And finally, Garchomp. You should be using either Dragonite, Regice, or Mamoswine. And as you guys know, for Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos, you could either use Tyranitar, Regirock, Aggron, or Typhlosion. But that Smackdown T-Tar is going to be the best option for you. So now I just want to show you guys that I have all 3 of the legendary Pokemon in their shadow form in my inventory. You can look them up too. Just look for Shadow and Legendary in the search bar at the top. If you still are working on Articuno and Zapdos, I'm going to have those videos linked in the descriptions box. If you want guidance on how to get both of those, I'll have them both linked. Otherwise, guys, I hope that you have an amazing night. Good luck on your own Giovanni Team Go Rocket leader battle, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications so you're alerted whenever I go live. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.